What's up, guys? Time to show off yet another build we got done today. This is a full Cerakote build. We did a lasered out dial and then Cerakoted thereafter. Is this dying here? It might be dying a little bit. So lasered it out, then Cerakoted. That thing might be dying. So your circles around the center are done up, and your end pieces, and the radioactive logo here in the middle. I'm gonna have to get batteries in that. Normally it's like super bright and vibrant. Yeah, it's I guess if I smack it a few times it works. And forgive me, but I forget what colors we did this in because it's been a long time and I've had it sitting here. In person, it's a nice colored, like, I don't want to say drab green, but it kind of has like a drab green gray feel to it, with arguably a copper Cerakote. So 110 case done up that way, K35 bezel, and link band. And then you have a milled caseback. So case itself, bezel, and link band are all done in dual Cerakote. So did the whole thing in this color, then did it all in copper. So you do all that and then you bake it, and then you do all this in copper, and before you bake it, you get it off of this color so that it just stays in the recessed areas. Then you bake it and lock it in. Doing the case is just kind of taped off situation. Caseback's just done in that full copper and then lasered off. And then band and sides of band, it's just taped off. So you've got your radioactive logo here on the crown. You also have it on the clasp. This is just lasered through to the original color of the build, which is silver. And then I did a set of black Bostock 24 hands in there. And that's the build. Threw in a little bit of extra. Sometimes with Cerakote on Cerakote, sometimes it's very hard to get these things put together. It's just so thick. But we've got, we're able to get this snapped on there. So bezel will turn left, it'll turn right. It is just on a little bit tighter due to the levels of Cerakote between the two. Automatic mechanical, there is a rotor in the back here, you just can't see it. So as you're doing motion, it will wind it. But if it's dead or you're not going to be very active, make sure you wind it just a little bit, because if you're not moving around enough, you will lose time. So back the crown off the threads, so you hear it and feel it clicking. You also feel that it's off that tube there. At that point you can wind, and it wind as it turned that way. Turning it back towards you doesn't wind it, but it is a lot easier to keep your finger spacing and go back and forth. So 4 or 5 seconds of this before you put it on. That mixed with the rotor movement will keep your time throughout the day. And if you do it for something closer to 10 seconds, you're going to max out your 31-hour plus power reserve on it, which is closer to about 36 hours. You cannot overwind it, so don't worry about that. When you're good with your winding, you're going to pull it to the 1 and only click, and you can then set your time. It does not have a hacking movement, so it's going to keep going. You'll also notice you've got a wobble crown. This deflects lateral pressure from going into the stem and into the movement, so when you're pushing and prying on it, you are not putting any adverse pressures on anything. Okay, Google, what time is it?
It's 4:53 p.m.
4:53. You're good. You're going to push it over, get it out of that time setting, then wind it down, and that is the build. It's going to come with matching beads. Entirely up to you how cool you are. wearing them or not. This is going to come in my brand new slider box. I'm starting to incorporate these a little bit. Cool little slider box. And a new pillow. This will come with a watch cleaner. This is a foamer that's good on the glass and the metal. So everything about your watch is good for this, along with a microfiber. You'll also get some fine scratch remover. This is Novus 2 from Amazon. It's like Polywatch. It's for your acrylic glass because you can scratch it. If you do, no big deal. Put a tiny bit of this on that spot and buff it out with your color matching and included microfiber. If the scratch is still there after you do it, just wait a little bit longer, do it again. You're going to put it on there, you're going to buff it. That's going to start filling up that scratch, essentially kind of replacing what was there and taking that scratch away. So that's the build. If it's going to you, congrats. I hope you like it. This is very similar to another one that I have up, just in theme. Same style dial, but it's an NH38 build in a PAM case. It's all brushed silver. So not a Cerakote build at all, but similar. So if this is going to you, congrats. I hope you love it. And if you want me to build you something custom and unique, reach out and I'll see what I can do. Thank you, guys.